Lebanon, a small yet luminous nation nestled along the eastern shores of the Mediterranean, is a land where history, culture, and resilience intertwine to create a saga of extraordinary depth. Known as the cradle of ancient civilizations, the crossroads of empires, and the birthplace of global cultural movements, Lebanon's story is one of enduring spirit. Its cedar-clad mountains, vibrant cities, and diverse communities have weathered conquests, conflicts, and crises, yet the Lebanese people have consistently risen, their creativity and tenacity shining through. Through millennia of change, the Lebanese people have crafted a nation that is a beacon of culture, resilience, and hope. Lebanon's story begins in the mists of antiquity, with the Phoenicians, a seafaring people who emerged around 3000 BCE along the Levantine coast. From city-states like Byblos, Sidon, and Tyre, the Phoenicians built a maritime empire that stretched across the Mediterranean, establishing trade networks and colonies as far as Carthage and Cadiz. Renowned as master navigators, they were also cultural pioneers, credited with developing one of the earliest alphabets, a script that influenced Greek, Latin, and modern writing systems. Byblos, one of the world's oldest continuously inhabited cities, was a hub of commerce and learning, exporting papyrus, from which the word Bible derives, and fostering early literacy. Cadmus, a mythological figure from Phoenician lore, symbolizes Lebanon's ancient contributions to global culture. According to Greek mythology, Cadmus, a prince of Tyre, introduced the Phoenician alphabet to Greece, laying the foundation for Western literary traditions. While likely a legendary figure, Cadmus represents the Phoenicians' intellectual legacy, which spread knowledge and communication across the ancient world. Their purple dye from the murex snail, cedar wood, and glass-making techniques further cemented their influence. The Phoenicians' spirit of exploration and innovation set the stage for Lebanon's enduring role as a cultural bridge between East and West. The Phoenicians navigated a world of competing powers, from Egyptians to Assyrians, yet maintained their autonomy through diplomacy and trade. Their resilience in the face of conquest foreshadowed the adaptability of future Lebanese generations. By the first millennium BCE, Lebanon's coastal cities fell under successive empires, Persian, Greek, and Roman, yet retained their cultural vibrancy. Under Alexander the Great's successors, the Hellenistic period brought Greek influences, blending with local traditions. The city of Baalbek, known as Heliopolis under the Romans, became a marvel of architecture, with its massive temples to Jupiter, Venus, and Bacchus, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. These structures, built with colossal stones, testify to Lebanon's centrality in the ancient world. During the Roman Empire, Lebanon flourished as a hub of trade, agriculture, and intellectual life. The School of Law in Beirut, one of the first in the Roman world, attracted scholars from across the empire, earning the city the title Mother of Laws. Lebanon's cedar forests, celebrated in ancient texts like the Epic of Gilgamesh, supplied timber for ships and temples, while its wines and olive oils were prized commodities. The Lebanese people, descendants of Phoenicians and other Semitic groups, adapted to Roman rule while preserving their identity, a hallmark of their resilience. With the rise of the Byzantine Empire in the 4th century CE, Lebanon became a center of early Christianity. Monasteries dotted the Qadisha Valley, and churches adorned cities like Tyre and Sidon. Yet, the region faced invasions and earthquakes, including a devastating quake in 551 CE that damaged Beirut. The Byzantine period saw the blending of Christian and Greco-Roman traditions, with Lebanon's diverse communities, Phoenicians, Aramaeans, and others, coexisting. The Arab conquests of the 7th century brought Islam to Lebanon, ushering in a new era. Under the Umayyad and Abbasid caliphates, Lebanon's cities thrived as centers of trade and scholarship. The Maronite Christian community, established in the mountains, maintained its distinct identity, while Sunni and Shia Muslim communities grew along the coast and in the Bekaa Valley. This period of coexistence laid the foundations for Lebanon's religious diversity, a defining feature of its identity. The Middle Ages brought new challenges. During the Crusades, Lebanon's coastal cities were contested by European crusaders and Muslim forces. Castles like the Crac des Chevaliers and fortifications in Sidon bear witness to this turbulent era. The Lebanese people, including Druze and Maronite communities, navigated these conflicts with resilience, maintaining their cultural traditions. Under Mamluk rule, Lebanon's economy prospered, with Beirut and Tripoli serving as trade hubs. The Ottoman Empire's conquest in 1516 integrated Lebanon into a vast imperial system. The Ottomans granted autonomy to local leaders, particularly in Mount Lebanon, where Druze and Maronite emirs like Fakhr al-Din expanded trade, built alliances with European powers, and fostered cultural exchange. Fakhr al-Din's vision of a semi-independent Lebanon foreshadowed modern aspirations for sovereignty. The 19th century, however, brought tensions. Sectarian clashes between Druze and Maronites, exacerbated by Ottoman policies and European interference, culminated in the 1860 Civil War. The conflict prompted international intervention, leading to the establishment of the Mutasarrifate, an autonomous region in Mount Lebanon under Ottoman oversight. Despite these challenges, Lebanese intellectuals laid the groundwork for the Nahda, the Arab cultural renaissance, with Beirut emerging as a center of publishing and education. The early 20th century marked a turning point. After World War I, the Ottoman Empire's collapse led to the French Mandate over Lebanon from 1920 to 1943, established under the League of Nations. The French formalized Lebanon's borders, creating a state that balanced its Christian, Muslim, and Druze populations. In 1943, Lebanon gained independence, adopting a confessional political system that allocated power among religious communities. Amid this transformative period, Khalil Gibran, born in 1883 in Bashari, emerged as a literary giant whose work transcended borders. A poet, artist, and philosopher, Gibran's masterpiece, The Prophet in 1923, offered timeless reflections on love, freedom, and spirituality, translated into over 100 languages. Raised in Lebanon's Maronite community and later emigrating to the United States, Gibran bridged Eastern and Western sensibilities, drawing on Lebanon's rich heritage to craft universal messages. His involvement in the Nahda movement and his advocacy for Arab unity inspired generations. Gibran's legacy, celebrated globally, reflects Lebanon's role as a cultural beacon, with his words embodying the resilience and depth of the Lebanese spirit. Post-independence Lebanon entered a golden age from 1943 to 1975, often called the Switzerland of the Middle East. Beirut became a cosmopolitan hub, blending French, Arabic, and Levantine influences. Its banks, universities, and nightlife attracted visitors from across the region. Lebanese cuisine, with its mezze, tabouleh, and baklava, gained international fame, while the country's religious diversity fostered a vibrant cultural scene. Fayrouz, born Nuhad Haddad in 1934, became Lebanon's musical icon during this era. Known as the Jewel of Lebanon, Fayrouz's ethereal voice and emotive performances captured the nation's soul. Her songs, blending traditional Arabic music with modern orchestration, evoked nostalgia for Lebanon's villages, mountains, and sea. Collaborating with composers like the Rabbani brothers, Fayrouz's works became anthems of Lebanese and Arab identity. During times of crisis, her music offered solace, uniting diverse communities. A living legend, Fayrouz's voice remains a symbol of Lebanon's resilience, carrying its spirit across generations and borders. Lebanon's golden age was shattered by the Lebanese Civil War from 1975 to 1990, a complex conflict fueled by sectarian tensions, regional rivalries, and foreign interventions. Militias fought for control, devastating Beirut and displacing thousands. Yet the Lebanese people endured, maintaining cultural production and community solidarity amidst chaos. Rafik Hariri, born in 1944 in Sidon, emerged as a pivotal figure in Lebanon's post-war recovery. A self-made billionaire and philanthropist, Hariri served as prime minister, leading the reconstruction of Beirut's war-torn downtown. His company, Solidaire, transformed the capital into a modern metropolis, with projects like the Beirut Souks and the waterfront. Hariri's vision was to restore Lebanon's status as a regional hub, balancing economic development with cultural preservation. His advocacy for Lebanese sovereignty and economic reform earned him global respect, but his outspoken stance against Syrian influence led to his assassination in 2005, sparking the Cedar Revolution. A polarizing yet transformative figure, Hariri's legacy reflects Lebanon's resilience in rebuilding from devastation. Ziad Rabbani, born in 1956, embodies Lebanon's creative response to adversity. A playwright, composer, and musician, Rahbani, son of Fayrouz and Asi Rahbani, used satire to critique Lebanon's political and social landscape. His plays like Shifashil and film Ameriki Tawil blended humor with sharp commentary on war, corruption, and identity. As a jazz musician and composer, Rabbani's work, such as Benazbe La Bokra Cho, captured the angst and hope of post-war Lebanon. His fusion of traditional and modern styles mirrors Lebanon's ability to adapt while honoring its roots. Rabbani's art, both critical and celebratory, reflects the resilience of a people who find expression even in turmoil. Lebanon's history reached a tragic milestone with the 2020 Beirut port explosion, which killed over 200 people, injured thousands, and devastated the city. Caused by the detonation of improperly stored ammonium nitrate, The blast symbolized the failures of Lebanon's political system. Yet the response, grassroots aid, global solidarity, and cultural outpourings showcased the Lebanese spirit. Artists, volunteers, and ordinary citizens rallied to rebuild, proving that Lebanon's heart beats strongest in crisis. Today, Lebanon faces ongoing challenges: economic collapse, political deadlock, and regional instability. Yet, its people remain a global force, with a diaspora spanning from Brazil to Australia, contributing to science, business, and the arts. Lebanese culture, its cuisine, music, literature, and hospitality, continues to captivate the world. From the Phoenicians' alphabet to Gibran's poetry, Fairuz's melodies, and Rabbani's satire, Lebanon's legacy is one of resilience, creativity, and cultural richness.